guys, welcome back to SS Multimedia. My name is Naman Patil and I'm going to be teaching a lesson today. Today's lesson is going to be about equal areas and fractions. Today's objective is going to be to learn how to find equal areas and fractions. So, area means the complete length and width of a shape. And to find area, you do length times width. So I'll say this the length and width of this shape is, say, 2 and 3. Okay? So all I have to do is multiply 2 times 3, which is 6, to get the area of the shape. So the area of this square is 6. Okay? And equal means they both are the same. Okay? So one isn't bigger than the other, one isn't smaller than the other. Okay? And then now let's talk about fractions. So fractions are parts of a whole. So like 1/4. So this is 1 out of 4 pieces of a whole. So 1/4 is a fraction, 2/3 is a fraction, and 3/4 is a fraction. So those are all fractions, okay? So now first off, I have a not huge, but I have a big complete piece of paper. So this is my piece of paper right here. Okay? So it's like I accidentally done a line there, so let me just take that out. And so this is my full piece of paper. Okay, and then I folded it 2 times. So I folded it up once. Okay? And then I folded it to the left once, which gives us, or which makes it look like this in the end. So now it looks like this. Okay, so let's just take this part out. Right? So now after all of that folding, this part looks like this. Okay? So, and remember this, all those the smaller squares areas are the same as, or are equal to each of the other smaller squares. Okay? So now that we folded it, the area of that bigger piece of paper doesn't change, but it does become, or the shape does change though. Okay, so it went from that big square to this tiny one here. So we know that since we folded twice, so we took out 2 ones, and then we took out 3, and then we are left with 1. So we know that this is 1 piece out of 4, right? Now, okay, so since we know that on that big square is 1 whole, we know that this is part of that whole, 1 out of 4 pieces of that 1 whole. So let's bring that 1 whole back, shall we? So this is not going to be the best of lines, but just bear with it. Okay, so going down and then right here, right? So this is about what it was, not the best of lines. Okay, so each piece is 1 out of 4. So 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4, right? So now that we know how much this whole represents, it represents exactly 1 whole, right? And then now we know that what each piece represents. Each piece represents 1/4 of a whole, right? So now that is how to find the fraction that labels each piece and the whole area. The whole area is 4/4. Okay? So now time for some more. We have the same square on this page too, but on this page we have it split into different sections. The sections are each fraction is the same because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna find out how to make sure it's correct too. So I fold it up once again, up once again, to get only this. So forget about all of that. So here, let's take out, or I'm not gonna take it out, but so all we have left is this piece right here. So since we took out ones, so we took out 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one that we have left. So this is exactly 1/4 of this whole shape, right? So now let me take out this circle, these are x's, okay, because now we know that each piece is 1/4, and again the whole area is 4/4 or 1/2. Okay, so 1/4 for this one, 1/4 for this one, and 1/4 for this one. So in the last page we had 1/4. It was the same. It was the same amount of splits, right? But then we have a different shape. The only thing that was different was the shape of each smaller part. But that didn't make a difference in the amount or the number of pieces in the shape, right? So now that we know that this whole is 1/2 or 4/4 and each smaller piece is 1/4, we know how to find the equal areas of these smaller pieces, and we know how to label them with the fractions. So now that we know that, and now that we have done that, I think it's time that you guys did some on your own. Okay, so now is the time to pause the video and work out all of these problems. Or not all of these problems, there's only one problem. Okay, so first let me explain this problem out to you, okay? So this piece of paper was folded like this. So it was folded into half at first, and then folded to the left. So once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. So then you are left with only this piece right here. So now you guys are gonna label each of these pieces with their equal fractions for each piece, and you're gonna find out the complete area of this whole piece of paper. Okay, so now's the time to do that, so pause the video and work this problem out. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys have paused the video and worked out this square or rectangle piece of paper. Okay, so first we're gonna have to count how many times we folded and how many pieces we took out. So if we folded it in half once, that means we took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Okay, and then we folded it to the left until we got to this one piece here. So we took out 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So that means we took out 9 pieces in all, and this would be the 10th piece. So we know that this is 1 piece out of 10 of all of the whole. So now we can erase this circle and we can fill in the rest of the shape or the piece of paper. Right, so 1/10 for each of them. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you what we know of the area. Okay, so we know that the area is equal to 10 or is equal to 10 1/10ths, or 10 pieces that are 1/10 each. So now we can tell, or now we can see that this whole area would be 10/10ths, which is 1/2. Okay, so that is how we find the equal areas of these small parts. Okay, because they're all equal. As you can see, each of them are 1/10, and that's also how you find or label each of the fractions for each of these smaller pieces, right? So now that we have done that and concluded the video, you guys can complete these next 3 steps. The next 3 steps are to like this video. The next step is to share this video to everyone you know. And the third, last but not least step is smash that subscribe button. And while you're there, ring that bell too. And yeah, I'm talking about the notification bell to get notified every time we make a new video. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.